part 2 of what if Luke Skywalker had kids, my what if Star Wars story. Now, I have to specify to the people who want it to be Legends canon. I'm sorry, it's in the modern canon, so Rey is a main character. Rey Skywalker, not Palpatine. Okay? If you say Rey Palpatine, you are factually incorrect because she never took up the name Palpatine. She took up the name Skywalker to honor her two masters, Luke and Leia. No, she is not a Mary Sue, who she barely knew how to use a lightsaber or the Force in all 3 movies. Okay? And also, I have to remind you that Grogu is also in this. So if you guys think that should be the Legends canon, do your own what if. But this is my what if for the modern canon. So let's start off where we left off. So after Amelia and Jonathan, the two twin children of Luke Skywalker, defeat Darth Ren and actually make up and continue training with Rey, Jonathan now has a blue lightsaber, and he's more calm. He's much nicer, but a bit of the rage still boils within. While Amelia is forgiving of her brother, even if he almost killed her. And Rey is recovering, but she is still training them, and Grogu at the same time. But deep in a old Sith warehouse, cloning facility as well, there is a cloning tank with an unknown specimen being hauled around. This is Darth Skywalker, a clone of Anakin Skywalker fused with the Darth Vader suit, made by Palpatine as a last-ditch effort if Anakin and Vader ever betrayed him. And finally, the clone opens his eyes, pushes onto the glass like this, and breaks the glass. Looking to the people wheeling him around, he force chokes them to death and grabs Vader's lightsaber, which was next to him the whole time. He dons a cape and he gets ready to go hunt down the last 2 surviving biological Skywalkers, Jonathan and Amelia. Jonathan and Amelia are busy training. They are still training to become Jedi under Rey and Grogu and even the Force ghost of their father, Luke. Jonathan is over the fact that Luke probably abandoned them because, well, that was his mother lying to him before he was taken away because she was a death stick addict. Yes, I'm bringing back death sticks. But then Luke feels a disturbance and looks to his kids and is confused. It feels like his father, but even more dark. That's when Anakin's Force ghost appears and looks to Luke and goes, "It's not me, son. It's something else. Something much colder and darker and more evil than ever." We cut to some random part of the galaxy where Darth Skywalker is raising an old Imperial Star Destroyer and repairing it and making it able to fly again, and even getting old retired stormtroopers to come back into the fray. He's trying to reforge the Empire. He doesn't speak until he looks at one of the stormtroopers and says, "Find them," talking about Jonathan and Amelia, hunting them down. While Rey is training them on Tatooine, she finally feels the disturbance in the Force. Is confused to feel that it's like a Skywalker's energy, but darker and colder and a lot more evil. Rey tells the 2 twins that something is up, something is amiss, something is happening. And the twins also now feel it. Rey tells them to be safe because she's going out to go find this new dark force. And this is what I'm doing for a couple of the fans. I'm killing Rey off. That's right. But she will return as a Force ghost. Rey goes to find this new dark force and finds this old Imperial Star Destroyer. Sorry for the abrupt edit. I had to cough. So where were we? Oh yes, Rey finds the Imperial Star Destroyer. Working. Flying. She's confused because she's only seen actual Imperial Star Destroyers like the classic ones, broken down, inactive. She flies into it and is surrounded by a bunch of stormtroopers and Empire guards. And then Darth Skywalker walks up and says, "You stole the Skywalker name. You are unworthy." Rey ignites her lightsaber and tries to fight Darth Skywalker, but he just holds out his hand and does this. Rey falls to the ground, limp and dead. The twins feel it. They feel that their master was just killed, and they both fall to their knees. They're in shock. Rey, the person who found them, the person who brought them together, is now dead. They stand up, and they have tears in their eyes. They're grieving. Luke looks to his kids and says, "She'll be one with the Force soon, don't worry." But the kids are still upset. Yeah, they're nearing adulthood, but they're not too old. They are sad. This is the only person who was able to bring them together after years. She actively went to find them. She was more of a mother to them than their actual adoptive parents. Amelia, raised on a beautiful, rich planet by maids, it's because her adoptive parents couldn't bother. While Jonathan wasn't even raised by anyone. He grew up on the streets. So Rey was the only thing he had to a mother. And he's mad, he's upset, and Luke can see it in his eyes, the dark side flickering. But this time, for good. A good side of the dark side. And this is where I will reintroduce Dark Jedi. Jonathan takes apart his blue lightsaber and grabs his crystal, bleeds it enough till the blade is orange, not making it red, and puts it back into his lightsaber. He states, "I used the dark side for good, not for evil." He feels a temptation, but he doesn't want to be a Sith. Him and Amelia both run out and steal a ship, with their father, as a Force ghost, following behind. Of course, he can't do much because he's a Force ghost, but he's there the entire time, still training them and telling them stories of the past and what he's done. Kitty. They find the Imperial Star Destroyer. They fly in and they find Rey's body. Darth Skywalker has just left it there to rot. He didn't even bother moving it or pushing it into space. Of course, they cry over her body and grieve over the loss of their master. Luke also grieves over Rey, but knows she'll be a Force ghost soon. But unfortunately, she won't. She wasn't strong enough to be a Force ghost. So Luke is proven wrong when Darth Skywalker walks up and goes, "She won't be. She's not strong enough with the Force. Hello, brother." Darth Skywalker might be a clone of Anakin, but technically is Luke's brother. Luke, angered, goes, "Who are you? Why did you do this?" "Isn't it simple, dear brother? I'm a clone of our father, Anakin, but a bit of Vader mixed in. The mechanical parts of my body compel me to be a Sith. You should have joined our father. You could have ruled the galaxy, Luke, and yet you decided to be a filthy Jedi." Giddy again. Luke's not having any of it, and pushes Darth Skywalker back with the Force. That's the only thing he can do as a Force ghost. He can't fight Darth Skywalker. He can't even ignite his lightsaber because he doesn't have it. Ignore all the crazy chihuahua barking. Apparently my dogs have gone insane. But back on topic. Jonathan and Amelia ignite their lightsabers and rush at Darth Skywalker, clashing their lightsabers against his. He's too strong. He knocks them out with the Force and brings them to holding cells. He tells them that once they awaken, Darth Skywalker is sitting there in a chair staring at them. And he says, "Join me. Live through the Skywalker legacy. Become Siths. Be like our grandfather before us. Be like your cousin, Ben. Join me. They say no at first, and they keep saying no over and over, but they keep getting tortured over and over by Force lightning. Amelia is even nearly choked to death by Darth Skywalker, and all Luke can do is watch. He can't do anything. He's a Force ghost. He's not alive. He can't protect his kids, and it's eating away at him from the inside out. There's nothing he can do. Nothing at all. Until Darth Skywalker leaves and he forms a plan with his kids to escape. Darth Skywalker returns later and finds the two unconscious, believed to be dead, and he is enraged. They look like there's blaster bolts in their chest. He thinks one of the stormtroopers did it, and he tears apart the Star Destroyer, looking for the stormtrooper who did it. Enraged, angry, using all the dark side to find the man who did it. But that's when he realizes he can still sense them. He bursts through the door of the cell, and they're not there. They've escaped. They have run away. And they find each other on the bridge of the Star Destroyer. Kitty wants another cameo. God damn it. And they have another fight. This time, with something even more precious. Wielding new lightsabers. Their fathers and their grandfathers. Amelia was given Luke's green lightsaber, while Jonathan was given Anakin and Luke's blue lightsaber. Using it. Yes, it still has the leather bit that Rey put on it to fix it. But it's still the same lightsaber, and he is wielding it to honor the Skywalker legacy the Jedi have. And he fights Darth Skywalker. They both fight Darth Skywalker to a standstill. But then Rey, as a Force ghost, appears and pulls him back with the Force. Of course, the two are happy to see that their master can become a Force ghost. But it was with the help of other Jedis who had fallen. Yoda, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn, Mace Windu, even Count Dooku is there, pulling Darth Skywalker back. And Anakin is also there, saying, "You are a disgrace to the Skywalker name. Rey held it better than you, Darth Skywalker." And the kids lunge at Darth Skywalker, stabbing him straight through with both the lightsabers. He spits out one last taunt. The Skywalkers will always fall to the dark side. And then falls dead. Jonathan and Amelia look to Rey, who simply just nods, and says that their training has been complete, and now they must teach the next generation of Jedi. So that's it. That's the last What If. I'm sorry for the cat interrupting so many times. She's just here. So yeah, I did what people asked. I killed off Rey, but she still had an important part to play in the story.